out here? Is it the freedom? Wandering in search of that perfect spot? You've made your own path through these hills. Tasted the fresh water of our lakes, our rivers. You've been on the water with friends at sunrise and helped the locals long past sunset. But you just keep coming back. At this spot, you got a pretty good idea what's lurking beneath the surface. But there's only one way to find out. Whether it's the one you write home about or the one that gets away, that feeling is what gets you hooked. That whether it's your first time or your 100th time, you never know what you're gonna catch until it's caught. Call of the Wild, the Angler.
Hey folks, welcome back to Gaming Garbage, where we take a look at games, review and preview the ones that we can, chat about the gaming news in the industry, and of course stream for fun. Thank you guys for voting for another off the cuff. You guys voted for the Angler this time. And again, what we do is usually once a week. Right now, life is pretty crazy, so we're kind of having a bye week. But yeah, you guys, I get some numbers from a random numbers generator, and then you guys vote on it. And so, this time we got the Angler. I'll be putting up another one for another off the cuff a little later this week, and then yeah, please vote on it. You can vote on that at on YouTube at Gaming Garbage 22. And yeah, forgive me if I'm a little woo, because it's like really early in the morning, and I have a new baby coming into the family, which I'm excited for. A new son, and yeah, my brother and his wife, they're having their first baby, and I'm excited for them. And so yeah, I'm up taking time just to see if they need anything, and yeah, baby should be born later this morning. So I'm just being supportive and texting my brother, and just letting him know that I'm up with them. But they're like a few towns over, and so going up there to the hospital would be a little crazy. But anyway, while I'm up, I'll go ahead and do the Angler. So of course you can log into Apex, which I don't. I just skip that. Which is nice. You don't have to log in. Some games you have to, like Exo Primal. I was gonna be doing that one, and I was like, nope, I am not freaking doing that. So yeah, we'll just do Golden Ridge Reserve. So I did play this a little bit, not too much, but just to kind of get my feet wet. But as you can see, there's probably a couple dozen fish, at least in this area. As you can see, I've gotten a couple, but yeah, nothing amazing. Yeah, points of interest. There's challenge missions. There's warden favors. Yeah, as you can see too, there's boats and there's vehicles to be able to get around in. We'll also take a look at the map, and we'll also take a look at settings, as I usually do that when kind of initially looking at a game. So here we are. Overall, it actually looks fairly good, and this is an open world experience, so whatever you see, you can basically get to. We'll take a look at the map here. So this is where the main lodge is, and the warden, and all the, the main part of the story. And you get this massive lake here where you can fish, but there's also a lot of little lakes too, and also rivers And there's kind of a variety of biomes, if you will, different elevations and types of environments. And then, yeah, you got a couple dozen fish that you can try to catch in different sizes and stuff. And, all of that's actually pretty cool. And in some cases you have some actual roads, and then you also got some paths and stuff like that to walk around in. So you have everything to keep track of your challenges. You have what's in your backpack. There is definitely like a kind of leveling up equipment system, and different types of equipment too. So different hooks, different baits. Setting your hook at different depths and different rods and all of that type of stuff. There's also a journal to keep track of things, of what you did or what you're currently working on. That's kind of like where your missions are or whatever. And then you also get to keep track of your fish and all that good kind of stuff. That's kind of neat. One thing I wish you could get is like a magnet. Fish with a massive magnet like out of the lakes and see what you could get. And so that's kind of the bulk of the game. And this is on Game Pass. This is all what Off the Cuff is about, is taking a look at Game Pass for 14 months. We've already completed our first month to really see if Game Pass is worth the price of $17 a month. And we're looking at Ultimate here. We're not doing a PC or console version. We're doing the Ultimate package, which is where you get everything, including EA as well. That equates, at least on Ultimate, that equates to about 400 games. And some rotate on and off pretty much on a weekly basis. Definitely a monthly basis. Yeah, you can also set the drag and tension, and I'm just gonna kind of fish and chat here a little bit. Yeah, the little experience that I had is, I have not done like a ton of fishing. I also haven't played any other games of kind of the Call of the Wild series. It is built to be kind of like a simulator, and it's not. Ooh, we're gonna snap that sucker off. That's gonna be... Man, there are some pretty big freaking fish. Let me tell you, he is still getting away from me. And there it goes, just like that. Yeah, it's not necessarily my type of game, but, if you guys are fishermen, I mean, what do you think about this game? Have you played it? What are some other games that are interesting? Or actually do a better or worse job? Personally, I don't know. Excuse me. I'm not really a fisher guy. I mean, I would go hunt game with a minigun, folks. I mean, that's kind of the person I am. Yeah, we're not gonna get anything. And yeah, the reason I'm up so late is, yeah, I got a child coming in the family, which is cool. Oh, baby. We got something small, do we? Increase the drag a little bit. It's not down very low. Looks like we've worn it out already. Yeah, we'll get it here. It's probably some dinky little fish. Look at that! You know, if you ever want to see my face, you know, there it is. Congratulations. As you play, you also kind of get to rake up your equipment and stuff. And, eventually you earn enough experience, or, excuse me, money, or credits, there it is, 50 bucks, to be able to actually invest in better rods and that kind of thing. Oh, that was horrible. Yeah, whatever, I ain't doing that. Something too about the channel is, and I listen to it. It is kind of boring to listen to, unfortunately. I was doing it pretty early in the morning. But check out my my kind of thoughts and chat about unchallenging games. I released that State of the Gaming yesterday, and I know I haven't done a State of the Gaming in a while. But it was kind of fun to do. It was important, I think, to talk about, so that we kind of have an idea of what it's like in the gaming space and why things are the way they are, unfortunately, and how it's affected the community. So it is slow to listen to. I am quite tired, and yeah, you know, if it's absolutely horrible, no worries. I don't blame you at all, but if you're interested maybe to check it out, I would appreciate that. And then too, you know, if you guys enjoy the channel, go ahead and let other people know about the channel. You know, I do shorts and stuff to try to promote the channel and get more people to subscribe and stuff like that. And no, I'm not doing this to like monetize in the future. I have a good job. And, you know, unless I was in extreme dire straits, I wouldn't bother doing that. And I don't think I've done enough anyway. I don't even know what the requirement is to be able to do that. But I'm more about just kind of investing in you guys in the channel. But, too, I also really enjoy gaming. And that's what the channel is mostly all about. It's about the industry. And I've been in the industry for quite some time. And, you know, in short, I think things are kind of mucked up a little bit. And so part of my segments is to do State of the Gaming. And, yeah, this time I'm talking about unchallenging games. So, yeah, go ahead and check that out. And then if you could, go ahead and promote the channel, too. Let other people know about it. At least, you know, give me a shot. And really, I think that's how this channel is going to grow, folks. It's going to be, you know, me creating content, me talking about the industry and doing reviews of games and that kind of thing, and too, just building a community with you folks around gaming. You know, we don't really have that anymore, which I think is pretty sad. And I would love for that to come back into gaming. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, too, an update with Ghost Recon Freedom Lands. Lion and I are trying to go through that. There's some Ubisoft server issues that we've had this week, unfortunately. And so we're still continuing to struggle with that. If it continues, we will do something else that we'll play through just to have something else to play until Ubisoft gets their stuff together. And then also Shepard and I are having a bit of it's tough with our schedules and stuff to get together, but when we do, we're going to be starting Black Ops 3 campaign, and that'll be the next co-op we'll be doing. And then my wife and I are doing It Takes Two, and each time we defeat a boss, we'll then kind of relate the chapter and the theme that we're currently going through in the game with some marital advice from our marriage. And we're doing that too is just kind of a way to invest in those that it can help. And you know, there's so much issues too in just relationships, and you know, it's not like we know everything. We certainly don't. We're only 6 years into our marriage, but we do care, and we even know some people now that are going through marital troubles, and we feel for them. And we also feel for their children. And so we're wanting to give whatever advice we can just to help younger couples get started, or even those that are in a relationship, not even necessarily married, but yeah, just helping in any capacity that we can. So there's a lot on the channel, and then of course there's off the cuff as well, like what this is, which is taking a look at Game Pass. And I know I've had some suggestions from other channels and things, which I do appreciate. And one of them has been to focus on a, kind of like a niche. Wow, look at that fish. Oh my derp. That's horrible. Kind of focusing on a niche, like a certain game or whatever. And, I don't think I need to do that. I would rather play and enjoy what I like. And I'm passionate about the gaming industry. And right now, I think in most cases, the gaming industry is trash. And so there's plenty of content to go over. And so that's what Gaming Garbage is all about. Yeah, chatting about the gaming industry and reviewing games and services, and then giving advice, whether it's for, demographically toward you guys. 96% of you are men, and you guys are 18 to 34 years old. And those are the people that I think are the least invested in our world and society in the United States, and not just the United States, but just kind of in the world as well. And I think that's horrible. And I know what it was like too, and still what it feels like today, being a husband and a dad, and having a career job and a home and all that stuff. And yeah, there's just not much for us guys out there, and that's that's tough. That's tough. And so I want to be able to be helpful in any shape or capacity that I can. Because, yeah, it's really not just about getting through this life on your own, folks. It's really about going through it with people. Life is not about stuff. It's about relationship. Whether that's marriage or friendship or buddies or whatever. And, you should have people in your lives that invest in you. Ooh, moderate. One thing that would be kind of cool is, I like the mustache. Bernie. Nice. I like that. Yeah, I kind of wish they could have forest fires in the game. That would be kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of a time that a friend and I went hiking, and we did some kind of shooting too with some of our guns and stuff, and we kept hearing this helicopter flying over like every 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and we're kind of like, what is going on? We kind of kept hearing it over and over again, and while we were leaving, we took time to look through a small clearing, and the entire hill next door was on fire. And for some of you, depending on where you live, it was maybe more of a mountain. But for us, it's a hill here in Oregon. And that was a little scary. It's like, all right, let's get out of here. We don't want to get stuck. But yeah, literally the entire thing. The whole top of the hill was just burning. And, that was easily probably 100 acres of fire. It was huge. It was huge. And, yeah, the hill was pretty big, too. Well, maybe 50 acres. Maybe the smoke made it look a little bigger than it really was, but it is the biggest fire I'd ever seen, so freaked me out a little bit. So it's like, yep, let's get out of here. I think after this fish, if I catch anything, I'll head back to the lodge, and I'll show a little bit about the lodge. Oh yeah. Had some drag on that. Come on now. Tap pole, come on. Ooh, we're getting close, come on. This thing's putting up a fight. Yeah! Smallmouth bass, nice. You know, I'm gonna be going on a fishing trip with my father-in-law soon. I'm excited for that. So let me go to the lodge. I'll let you see that in the game. And yeah, basically, you know, that's it. There's like a challenge board. There's some quests you can do. The game just adds some direction.
If it isn't my bucket,
But in the main screen, in the main scheme of things,
Lovely afternoon for a fish.
excuse me,
Or perhaps a purchase.
is yeah, you basically walk around and you fish.
What piques your interest?
So you can sell stuff, you can buy stuff, and you know, you can buy all sorts of different rods for different things, and different reels and lines and lures and hooks, and I mean, it's pretty big, which is kind of crazy. The thing that I don't like is that you have to select some stuff here, like your baits, and then you have to go back out and fish. And I would rather have it if you could just have an equipment or like a backpack or something and just do it that way. You can also gussy up your character, and again, this is just in-game currency, which is nice. There's no NFT crap. There's no paywall. There's no, you know, hey, $10 per whatever. You can just buy this stuff, which is nice. And then vehicles too. You can basically change the colors on your boat. And right now, apparently I got a car somewhere, but I have no idea. You know, they should have had a Jurassic Park car in here. That would have been so great. Bread. Interesting. Huh, yeah, I guess it really depends on what you want to catch. Dough? I never would have thought of that. And a marshmallow? Huh. And then, yeah, there's live bait, too. This is what I'm fishing with, is a minnow. You can sell stuff, again, you know, and then customization. Customize your character. Again, that's me. Congratulations. And then you can have a place to store stuff. And then there's local souvenirs, which is just... Or, that's pretty good. So yeah, you'll get reputation points, and basically you can spend them here. So that's kind of the gist of the game, you know, for the most part.
Wait, you didn't buy anything.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, we're in Wyoming. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is probably a real plaque and a real place. That's neat. It probably really looks like this. You know, I wonder if there's kind of like towers out there, like Firewatch towers. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, I also want to chat a little bit about my experience with Starfield, if you guys are interested. And, man, Starfield, I gotta say, has been so fun. It's been better than I ever thought. Hey, good morning, Chance. Yeah, I just pulled up my stream. I'm horrible about that, folks. I don't have the best system for looking at stuff, but mostly what I focus on is YouTube. But yeah, as the channel gets bigger, and I'll definitely be pulling up my stream more so I can see the chat. Because yeah, I stream all different hours of the day and week, and sometimes I don't really stream at all because life's busy. So it's just kind of a mixture in the air. But yeah, back to Starfield. Starfield has been a really fun experience. But it's not without some issues. And what kind of a chuck was that? Well, we'll try it anyway. Yeah, Starfield does have some issues. There are some things that I wish were better. I ain't gonna catch nothing. Oh, man, are you kidding? That sucks. That's horrible. Here, let's see. Yeah, I just wasted that opportunity. Man, isn't that how life works sometimes? Yeah, what a bummer. Yeah, Starfield overall has been pretty good. If you guys do want a cheaper option, you can go ahead and get PC or console Game Pass, the cheaper versions compared to Ultimate, and Starfield is still on there, and so you can go ahead and grab Starfield. At least try it for a month, see what you think. For some people, it's really not worth it. And I understand why, but that doesn't make it a bad game. It's just not for those people, and that's kind of how I think of it. It's not like Forspoken. It's not like Gollum. It's not like Saints Row. The issues with Diablo 4. It doesn't have those problems. The issue is that some people think it's just kind of boring or just kind of empty. But that's the representation of space. And we know going in that if people were paying attention, Bethesda was explaining that there's 1,000 planets and 900 of them, 90% of them are empty. There's just resources, right? Or maybe some things to scan, and that's kind of it. There's not really a lot there. The other 10% or 100 planets, the game guides you toward and also allows you to explore and to find. The good thing is that the game doesn't necessarily let you land blind. You can scan the planet. This reveals what materials are there to an extent, and then also kind of like special locations that maybe you'd want to check out. And this isn't necessarily like a game where you can just, hey, like out here, like if I wanted to climb that mountain right there, it's not like that. It's more like, hey, there's a planet on the map. Let's go see what it's like. The world is procedurally generated in most cases. And, what the heck is that? And, so yeah, it is a little bit different. I'd say the game, too, is still a lot of exploration, but a lot of it, too, is probably better guided than not. Yo, what is this? What the heck is coming at? Is this like special or something?
Well, butter my butt and call me toast. It's another
Petrified.
tree.
Huh.
The visitors will love it. God bless their cotton socks. I don't mind a visit or two, though, so keep me notified.
Interesting. So yeah, as for a Bethesda game, the game is built really well. The game is smooth. It runs. Lion did have a crash in Aquilia or something like that during a mission. Which that was his first crash so far. I haven't experienced any crashes. I've had a little bit of frame rate drop issues, but overall it's been really smooth, really steady. This is probably the least buggy game so far that Bethesda's ever made. And having an extra 10 months to polish the game, I think it definitely benefits the quality that the game is at. So far, in most cases, the scores have been really positive. Ooh, not gonna die, am I? Did you hear that? But yeah, the game's been scoring, you know, solid 80s, some into the 90s. Some are giving it 100%, like 10 out of 10, you know. But pretty common that it's getting a 9 and a 10 out of 10. There are some that are giving it 5s. There are some that are giving it, you know, up to the 7s and just calling it a meh type of game. You know, which yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And as I said before, there are concerns. There are some things that people do wish were kind of a little better, and a little more interesting in the game. But I think what people are missing is that they're thinking about the game all wrong. This is not some action-packed adventure. This is a game where it's going to take some time to get invested in. It's going to take some time to kind of dig in and develop with the game. And I don't think people are thinking about it that way. They want action now, you know. And we've had such a increase in multiplayer and stuff like, and stuff like that, where things are just instantaneous. You know, everything has kind of become that way. And yeah, I think that's kind of screwing with people's expectations of what they think Starfield is going to be. And again, that's not the type of game that it is. It's like Skyrim, okay? You're going to travel and run around a lot. You're going to explore stuff. You're going to see enemies. You're going to have certain areas that are going to be way too overpowered for you, and you're going to get killed. I mean, that's the game. It's not going to be quick action. It's not going to be like Destiny 2 with fancy lights and colors and stuff. You know, there is some of that, but, you know, the game has a story, and you're going to be running through the story, and it's like a book. It's going to take time to invest in it, so people should see it that way. So overall, yeah, Starfield's been a great experience so far. I only have about 10 hours, but even after 10 hours, I'm still hitting tutorials on how to do stuff, and I think that's great. You don't get all the tutorials at once. You know, Lion and I both like that feature that they're kind of spaced out. You only need the tutorial when you need it, and that's actually quite handy. What is that? Oh. Yeah, well, that's kind of cool.
Golden Ridge Reserve. What's in the name, huh? Well, this one dates all the way back to the late 18th century. French trappers named the park Crête d'Or.
Cracked door. Okay. Interesting. Well, that's kind of cool. You get to go up to the top and survey stuff. That's kind of neat. Get to see a little bit more of the park. You know, doing this kind of reminds me of the game Firewatch, which is it's actually on Game Pass right now if you're interested. It is a good, short little game. Single player, just tells the story, nothing special or fancy. And honestly, yeah, it's pretty good. Do I have to use a boat? Can I just swim?
We're here to fish,
Maybe.
not be fish.
Yeah, okay. Game's gonna get cranky if I do that. Alright, let's get my rod out. Dude, what the? There we go. So yeah, if some of you guys are unsure about Starfield, I encourage you guys just to grab a 1-month console Game Pass card, which is $11, and give it a shot. Or $12 now, maybe. Yeah, give it a shot. See what you think. Try it for a month. You can find the cards at like Walmart or Fred Meyer or something like that. Increase my tent. Boy, this ain't a big fish, is it? I mean, it's coming, but it's slow. Yeah, I'm excited for my fishing trip later this month. You know, I haven't been fishing in like 25 years. Yeah. Long time. I'd like to fly fish with my green sunfish. Very nice. I'd like to fly fish with my cousin and uncle, but man, it is so incredibly hard getting together with them, and yeah, it's tough. So yeah, when you have opportunities, folks, it's good to take them whenever you can. Because the opportunities, they do not last forever. They will disappear. Come on. Come on. It's right at my feet. Yeah. Pretty big. You see how proud I was about that one? I was pretty excited. Ooh, that was kind of right away. We'll keep the drag up. Very nice. Ooh. Ooh boy. I'm gonna pull that drag down. Oh, that's too much. Yeah! Ooh, what is it? Smallmouth bass. Very nice. So in a way, this game is fun, you know? It wouldn't be for everybody. It'd be a niche type of game, which that's alright. And, I'm not a fishing guy, so I don't really know how detailed or inaccurate it is or whatever, but it seems alright, honestly. Let me know what you guys think below. But if you're looking for something to kind of kill the time, this would kind of be like Mud Runner. This would kind of be like Snow Runner or like City Skylines, Minecraft. It'd be in that type of category where you just kind of do something interesting or fun for a little bit and just kind of, have some time off, burn your time. Did he take my freaking bait, folks? Wow, he did. Are you kidding? Well, that's stupid. So this is what I got left. Got a little bit of everything, which is good. So actually, yeah, you just need to make sure you buy enough tackle before you set out. And then you can set out for a while and put bait on your own hook. So that is actually nice. I was wrong about that initially. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. Ooh, look at that. Looks like a barracuda. Those things can eat their own weight for dinner. Those things are kind of scary. Sturgeon. Ooh, salmon. I always thought the mouth of a salmon was just so fugly looking. Ooh, and a pike. Frick yeah. Wow, look at all this. Yeah, again, I don't know much about fishing. Big Larry. Cheese, red worm, and leech. Sidewinder and Goldstein. Wow. Getting some of these too must be pretty tough to get. So yeah, that's the game in a nutshell, folks. Thanks for tuning in and all that good stuff. Man, we just had a horrible earthquake in Morocco a few days ago. And man, if you're over there, oh my goodness, I feel for you. I can't imagine. They're saying now there's an estimated 2,000 people dead from just the collapsing of buildings, and I've seen pictures, and good grief, man, the amount of rubble they got to go through just is daunting. And yeah, they're just hoping to pull out as many people as they can before they die of thirst and stuff like that. Yeah, I can't imagine. But yeah, this was a huge earthquake, and we've had increased earthquake activity for quite some time in the last few years. We've also had a huge increase in volcanic activity since 2019. And, being the interesting guy that I am, I keep track of this stuff. And so, yeah, just be careful out there. Just be aware of what's going on. And, with immediate danger, pay attention to what the animals are doing. If the animals are being a little different, or your pet is a little off or something, or you're seeing just the wildlife suddenly fly off, yeah, that's not good. Pay attention to your surroundings. Have a plan, do a little bit of prep work, and be prepared as best as you can. It also looks like Lee is going to turn off into the Atlantic and not be a problem, but hey, the forecasters and models, they've been wrong before. So also just pay attention with Lee. Just be prepared. Just be ready for that. But it looks like Florida, you're finally going to get a break. Congratulations. But yeah, season isn't over yet. Something too, if you're a homeowner over on the Gulf or the southeast-ish coast, just be aware that insurance companies for homeowners are starting to drop natural disasters from their insurance policies. And so what that means is that if you have an insurance policy that was maybe normally covered by a natural disaster, it may not be covered anymore. So when that water pushes in, or the winds tear off your roof and whatever, if your damage was caused by nature, you may not be covered, and you're paying all of this insurance anyway on your house. For what? That kind of sucks. So I think long term, lately for the last couple of years now, we've had insurance companies for mortgages and for homes and small businesses and such pulling out of certain states, or no longer offering certain types of coverage, because companies too, they're feeling the pinch. So just be aware of that. Check into it with your local state and with your insurance company, just to make sure that you're still covered. They do send notifications. They have to, folks. They have to. But everything's fine print, really boring to read. So there's nothing wrong with just going and visiting your agent and taking time to just give a phone call to see if there's been any changes or will be any changes. Something too is we're still dealing with wildfires over in the western part of the country. So yeah, just again, be aware with fires. What we're learning too with the survey that was taken, this is so frustrating. But yeah, with the survey that was taken, that was done by the BBC, is that we're finding out that most of the wildfires, kind of quote, in certain countries like Canada and the United States, is that these wildfires are started by arsonists. They're not actually started by global warming or climate change or whatever you want to call it. There are some that are started by lightning strikes, but these are man-made fires. And to some of the states around here where I live, they do not manage their forests anymore. They don't take care of the underbrush. They don't allow controlled burns anymore. They'd rather just let nature do its thing. And then, when a fire kicks up, man-made or not, oh my word, the amount of burning is pretty insane. So, again, just be aware out there. I don't want anybody's lives to be as horrible as it needs to be or has to be. But yeah, preparation can go a long way. And just be ready. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Hang in there. I know things are tough financially for a lot of people. Got friends that are getting laid off. Got friends, too, that are having their work hours cut back, sometimes cut in half. And, people aren't feeling very confident, and inflation is still high. We still have high gas and high food prices and high energy, too. So everything is just expensive. And then insurance is going up, and then they don't even want to claim certain things anymore, or are just completely pulling out of certain states, like California and Florida. So yeah, things are tough, but hey, stay close to people, check on people. Take time to check in and make sure that people are doing okay. We just had a family friend of ours where their 29-year-old son died due to drugs, and don't know if it was intentional or not, or unknowing. Doesn't seem like it would be something they would try, but hey, hard times make people try stuff just to feel good. But yeah, be smart too, folks. So with that, hang in there, and we'll see you on the next one.